Jesus Christ. Why is it so loud?
Testing. Hello. Hello.
Jeez. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Welcome to Late in the Cut Radio. We are live on a nice and sultry Friday night.
Si, senors.
It's balmy.
It's balmy.
It's balmy.
It's going to be crazy this weekend, by the way.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a hurricane this weekend. But we are here with my man Big U. How you doing today, brother?
I'm all right. I'm feeling wonderful.
You know
It's nice to be here.
That's good. It's good to be here.
Wonderful.
And we have tonight the lovely and talented, and make sure I said the last name correctly, Sonya Hensley.
Hensley.
Hensley, the sultry
correct.
songstress.
Sultry songstress. There you go.
Matching the weather.
Made that up.
And welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, what brings you in today?
Thank you. You did.
Besides the fact that
It's
I
your
was going
fault.
to say, what do you mean?
It's all your fault.
You invite people to the show. Why are you here?
I wandered off the subway, then I wandered around in Brooklyn, and then I ended up over here in the bars.
It happens.
In the B-bar.
You'll see a bunch of stragglers in here that start coming in for no reason.
Yeah.
Cutting and laying in the cut.
Don't pay them no mind.
Hey, don't pay them no mind. So, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, where are you from anyway? I can't place it.
I know.
We're like a southern.
Yeah.
By way of the world.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it southern?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
A little bit.
What part?
You
don't wanna tell?
Where?
Is it past the Mason-Dixon line?
Where? No, I'll
Where
get,
is
I'll
that?
get. Hey, where's Muhammad Ali from?
Where is Muhammad Ali from?
Ooh wee, ooh wee, ooh wee,
Augusta?
ooh wee.
I don't know.
My
I
goodness.
I mean, Alabama.
Y'all,
Yeah.
I gave y'all a
I'm
good.
guessing.
Ooh, I gave y'all easy one. I'm gonna act like I ain't hear all that.
I don't know. We might have to
Muhammad
I'm about to
Ali,
say.
Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
I had no idea.
What
I
you
didn't-
talking
I
about?
had no idea. Louisville,
And I
Kentucky.
love Muhammad Ali.
Y'all better come get them.
Are you a fan of Muhammad Ali, or you just know where he's from?
That's where I'm from.
Okay. All right. So, so tell us, what do you do?
What do I do? I'm
Yes.
a performer, entertainer.
You've been performing for a few years now.
Yeah, it's been a journey. I mean, to be a performing artist is not an easy task,
Yes.
but it picked me and I picked it. So
And you
we
have-
keep sticking together.
And you have a big track record. like from good people that you work with.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what to tell.
I'm fortunate.
Yeah,
I mean, I work really hard, but like I said, Louisville, Kentucky, trained me.
Yeah.
They trained me. They trained me as a dancer.
Okay.
So they trained me well enough, so I ended up here in New York at Ailey.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's the start, dancer,
So you started as a dancer.
Yeah, I started as a dancer, and then when I got here to New York, I realized, dancer was the same kind of lifestyle as an athlete. Got a time limit.
Your feet can only take so much.
Got a time limit. No, you could just strip down the steps and be, it'd be over.
Yeah.
It's like an athlete's life. It's serendipity.
Oh.
You could be trying to walk down the street
Sprain an
and
ankle.
something happened that just
And that'd be
doesn't
it for you, yeah.
that just doesn't heal enough for you to be on the level where you're going to make a living.
So
Yeah.
is that why you decided to switch roles?
No,
Okay.
not at all. I never really hurt myself dancing.
Nice.
I hurt myself roller skating. That's how I did it. Wait, dancing and roller skating. That's how I did it. That's the only time I ever broke something.
Gotcha.
What made you decide that you wanted to be a performer in the beginning? A dancer, singer, whatever. When did you say, this is what I want to do?
Was it
Why?
Muhammad Ali?
No, it wasn't him on that level, except for he was entertaining.
Right.
That's what set him apart. I mean, he was dancing and making up poems, and so it set him apart. But I wasn't a boxing fan because I used to be like, no, they're gonna hit each other. I'm not
that
I'm not
happens
really
eventually
violent.
in a boxing match.
I'm not like a voluntarily violent person, and I have trouble with it. Even in Spain, I'm like, they were going to take me to the bullfighting, and I heard the bulls, and I was like, I can't do it. I can't watch.
Well, that's kind of brutal.
But it's all brutal. I mean, it's all football's. It's all brutal.
I was about to ask you, do you watch football?
You know what's so funny about football? It's kind of like in general in sports, I'd rather be playing them. I was a basketball player.
Gotcha.
I played softball. It's like when I played. So I really like playing. So football kind of got me because I happened to tune in and a couple of Super Bowls back.
Okay.
Like, you know, you tune in for halftime,
Yeah.
but you got to see the show.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, I couldn't turn the TV on. It was so good. Like the last maybe 5 Super Bowls ago or 4 Super Bowls ago, I turned in and stayed hooked. And the performances have kept me tuned in to that. But I'm not like, I don't pick a team and all that kind of stuff.
So like he was asking, what made you get into? Well, what made you transition from when you was a dancer to a singer?
I was even wondering, what made you decide to dance?
Oh,
Because
there you
performing,
go.
period, it's tough. Deciding that you're going to
Yeah.
put yourself in front of people and just perform.
That is
What made
scary. That is scary for a lot of people.
So what made you?
I think honestly, I think it was kind of like my granddad's fault. My mother says he used to just parade me around all the time with music playing and everything was happy, and I associated music and dancing with happiness.
Okay.
I mean, happiness. I was a happy kid. I wanted to stay happy. I mean, if I wasn't doing that, I was a bookworm. I was, a loner. I was quiet.
Gotcha.
So there was the two sides of me. There was the side that liked the happiness and the dancing and the music, and then the side that liked to read and study and check out where in the world I wanted to go.
Gotcha.
But first time I saw a live performance, my elementary school, because before that I had only seen sort of TV type of things, limited. And when I was growing up, it wasn't like you would see Alvin Ailey on TV.
Right.
You wouldn't see Alvin Ailey on TV, let alone you wouldn't see modern. You wouldn't see that on TV. So my first time I saw live performances by young people the same complexion as me, I was like, how do I learn how to do that? Their feet weren't pointed that much, and the costume wasn't all that happening, but I was mesmerized by them dancing together and doing choreography. It just mesmerized me. So that summer, I studied all summer long. I was always on time. I wasn't much of a troublemaker, and I got into the first dance company, modern dance company in Louisville, at like 14.
Wow.
So from there, whenever they pointed me in one direction, it was like, well, of course y'all need me in the class. So I had a scholarship at the Louisville Ballet Company. I was an intern in the costume department. I loved every aspect of it. And I used to usher at the place that had Broadway shows come through.
Okay.
So that's how I met all my people from New York and all my Broadway people. And they said, okay, when you come to New York, you do this, you don't do this, you do this, you do that. And I did exactly what they told me to do.
So you started networking.
Exactly.
It's all about networking.
Exactly.
And you had
Exactly.
solid contacts, because a lot of times in the industry, it's a lot of that. They say, do this and don't do that and do it. And then when you try to do it, the follow through is not, so you must have had good.
I had people who were making it, doing Broadway, and when they saw me in Louisville, first of all, I wouldn't leave them alone. They saw me every show. How y'all doing? What y'all doing back here? I was good for that. I was very,
They're
very
like, oh,
friendly.
here she comes.
No, but they gave me great information. So basically, when I came to New York, I came unescorted.
Okay.
Because of the information they gave me. They told me where to go and stay, and I checked it out. My mama said, that sounds safe. Okay.
Really?
Exactly.
In New York?
Exactly.
At how old now?
That's
When
right
you came to New
out
York?
of high school.
Wow.
Right out of high school. I was drawing maps
the leap.
of Manhattan.
You took the leap.
But I'm very, like I said, I'm very studious.
Yeah.
So before I came here, I knew where 42nd Street, I knew where 34th Street, I knew where the bus was, I knew where the train, I knew
Did your
everything.
homework.
Oh heck yeah.
Yeah.
And I said to my mom, I'm gonna be all right. And plus, where I stayed was literally about 10 blocks away from Ailey at the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and it was the kind of place where when you leave, they take your keys. So
Okay.
one none of that, like your parents don't know where you are, they can't call nobody.
Oh, yeah.
No, it was, and the place is still there. It's the Webster Apartments. It was all girls.
Okay.
It was great. It's still there. I love
Shout out to
that.
Webster Apartments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they nurtured somebody very lovely.
A lot of us. I made my first girlfriends there.
Really?
Heck yeah.
Okay.
We
You
were
guys
all
still
here.
friends?
Yep, some of us
Wow.
are. Yes, absolutely.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go to Webster place.
The Webster.
Now they're called Webster Apartments, but
Webster Apartments.
Now they
it's
probably cost a whole lot.
no. Honestly, it's the same type of setup. It's all women. it's all women, and it's on 34th and 10th Avenue. It's
Okay.
still there. It's a huge building,
Oh, okay.
and it's gorgeous. And that's where I started.
So
Okay.
it's by the coach headquarters over there.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's still there. When I went in there, I was like, y'all still got the toaster? I was
Still
like,
got the toaster. Microwave, no.
no, I'm serious.
Upgrade.
It was one of those. It was one of those toasters that, one of those conveyor belt. It was. Everybody don't have that kind of.
Conveyor belt
I was about
toaster.
to say
like you put
nobody. She said everybody don't have. Nobody has that
I've
toaster.
only seen a few of them, like in
Conveyor
Europe,
belt.
and you put the bread there and it goes
I
around.
know what you said,
and
yeah.
it
And then by the
doesn't.
time
It
it
does,
comes
but
out-
not one of them pop-ups.
Yeah.
You talking about what they have in the deli?
Yeah, like in the subway, yeah, when they heat your bagel up or something, yeah.
But they don't have that in people's houses.
Nah.
People don't have that kind of thing.
No.
That's like industrial.
And when I saw that, I was
That's
like,
not domestic.
I was like, I got all teary-eyed.
Not for household.
Yeah, that's not a domestic toaster.
But it's
That's
still there. I'm
industrial.
telling you, it's still there. I went there like to visit.
The toaster's still there too. You said that's what you said.
The same one or a different, like
I
a
don't-
newer?
I didn't taste the crumbs, okay? I didn't
Same
get all
toaster.
up. I ain't get all up in there, okay? I don't know.
The same one.
I don't know. Shut up. That same one.
All right, so we gotta come back. We gotta get into how you got into the same one. How you got into
With the same toast in it.
the music industry. You're dumb. We're gonna talk about how you got into the music industry and you know how that has expanded your I guess horizons. I guess you know what I'm saying. Damn, that's a good word. Horizons.
That was nice.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Sounded intelligent.
So this is actually one of my favorite songs in the album, and I gotta tell you, and we're playing
Yeah.
Essentials by
I was
The
gonna say,
Essentials.
shout the album,
The
definitely.
The Essentials by
The Essentials.
by
The
Sonya
Essentials.
Hensley. So we're gonna get back and get into that too.
All right,
All
all right.
The toaster.
Yeah, I like this song. She said the same toaster.
She said the same toast. She said they got the same toaster there. This is many years later, the same one.
That's what I said. I did
Wow.
say that. I said it's still
And in
there.
that area, please, in that area, they gotta have some good money over there, so they can get a new one. It's a different toaster. They want the same one.
Same one.
They make a certain flavor. They put a certain flavor on the toast. You don't gotta season it. Just put it in there. Toaster got history with it.
Wow. So you, Muhammad Ali, Kentucky. I didn't know Muhammad Ali. was from
Me neither. She said, well,
I had no idea.
I was ashamed on the air. She was like, I'm from the same place in my house. I was like,
I was like, what?
yeah, that's
She was like,
great.
yeah, that's terrible.
I was like, that's great.
I'm like, wait, what? Like Muhammad Ali.
Uh-huh.
I know you can box.
That's
Right.
why it's like the Biggie Small. You don't know, now you know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So
And believe me, I'll never
funeral
forget that.
there was like-
I'll never forget it.
yeah.
Word. Somebody asked me, well, I'm from Kentucky, man.
Kentucky, Louisville, talking about.
Wow.
Have y'all been to Louisville?
The street I lived off of, they changed the name to Muhammad Ali Boulevard.
What part of
It was
Kentucky
Walnut,
is attached to
Chestnut, and they
Cincinnati?
changed
Like right across the
Chestnut
little
Street
bridge.
to like Muhammad Ali
That's
Boulevard.
my
Some people know that.
That's
It's
my
like,
part.
oh, there's Muhammad Ali Boulevard Center there.
That's where the borderline is right there.
Right,
But
right
the-
over
the
from
one out
I didn't know
Kentucky
that.
Art Center.
Okay.
I didn't know
About
that.
70 miles.
Yeah,
Okay.
man. It's a river town. It's always been cultural, like always. Always been
So
cultural.
now it's even more because now you have more.
I mean, I'm not saying people get rich there in terms of like when I was growing up. You know, I knew everybody's mama worked at either Brown and Foreman or you know, an International Harvester. You know, a lot of factory stuff used to be there.
Yeah.
A lot of folks did Army, that kind of thing. But once I found the arts, I was like, why would I be doing something
Anything else?
else?
Exactly.
You like that song?
There was a lead dancer at ABT for years who's also from Louisville. Now she's teaching and doing all kinds of things. A lot of my friends are in positions at, you know, the art centers and stuff there.
That's nice. For real.
The Kentucky Center for the Arts is where all the people who do concerts and stuff, they either play that or either they play way out at the stadium.
Okay.
What's the horse races at the Kentucky Derby?
Mm-hmm.
You ever get a
That's what
chance
I
to-
know. Yeah, that's what I know Kentucky for. Kentucky Derby.
Are you doing your Facebook Live?
No, I do Instagram. Instagram Live.
Because I saw the phone, so I wasn't sure what you were doing.
Yeah, no, I do Instagram Live.
That's what I thought. Yeah, good. Well, I'll post it, or when I find it, I'll read it.
I also film it, so I'll put it on YouTube. So,
yeah, that's fine too.
Yeah.
Whatever, wherever you put it, I'll
put
find
it
it.
It's everywhere. You'll be tagged on everything.
What'd you say?
You'll be tagged on it everywhere.
Oh.
My wife listened to this album and she loved it. She was like, yo, this album is pretty good. I didn't know she even liked
So
it.
you like the style?
Yeah. I gotta ask you about the album
All right.
when we come back. To go to the album?
What?
To the movies.
I'll try. I don't understand why he would want to go. It would be much easier for me.
He can hear you. Get your ass.
That would be easier for me.
Now, okay. I like you.
Yeah. You can ask her off the air, but you gotta ask her again. That's all.
I know.
Don't
That's
waste
not
the.
What happened?
He wanted to ask you something. I was just saying to remember if
Don't
you ask her off
stump
the
me.
air, ask her on the air
Don't
also.
stump me.
No,
Like I didn't know
sometimes.
I was gonna stump y'all with that Muhammad Ali. I went to another,
That's all right.
another clue.
I don't mind. That's good. It's organic. That's good. Yeah. I don't know everything.
Yeah, but it's different if you're talking about your own music. You don't want to get stumped.
Okay. So then maybe he can run by you the stuff that he wanted
Just
to
saying.
ask you about things.
Because you never know.
Right.
I mean, sometimes they send me the questions beforehand because they
That's
want
what I
to
was
stay
saying.
on.
So he might want
on
to.
whatever.
Nah, it's just different with him. He's very organic.
I don't have a problem.
He'll
with
pull something out of like, hey,
it. I don't have a
so
problem. with it.
where did that come
That
from?
toaster was brilliant.
I gave it to him. I was like, it was still there.
Know where you roll with that.
There.
We know each other for years.
That was great, man.
And then I didn't know what else to say. Like conveyor. It's not conveyor belt, but
It is, no, it sort of is. Yeah.
it's not a regular toaster. So I was. That's why I said when I saw that toaster,
Now, those
I
things are
went,
interesting.
what?
Somebody had to sit down and figure out how fast to make that conveyor belt go so that would toast the bread on both sides.
Welcome back, everybody. Still talking about the toaster, by the way.
I know we not. No, we not.
So that was what we had. My Baby Just Cares for Me.
Yes.
Off the Essentials.
The essential.
By our very own Sonya
The essential.
Hensley.
Yes.
It's a great album, actually. It's a really good. Actually, my wife listened to it. I was telling you before, and she
Oh.
loved it. And I didn't know she was a jazz like listener like that. Now all of a sudden she tells me, and I'm like, oh,
It's your
really?
wife.
Yeah,
Why don't you know that?
Secrets.
exactly. Just keep secrets.
Keep secrets from you, huh?
Like, bro, that's what we doing now.
She waits to
Are we
leave.
playing
She
jazz?
waits to leave the house and she looks out the curtain. As soon as he's
Hey,
gone,
don't
throw
say
on the
that.
jazz.
Maybe I was instrumental in her becoming
Throw on
a
the
jazz
jazz.
lover.
Maybe. Now,
Which is my purpose in life.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, right? So you're not just a jazz singer though.
No.
You sing all types of music.
Yes.
Yes, because
You sing in different languages.
right. You sing. You have 8 languages.
just
you sing,
sang.
right?
I've sung in 9 different languages.
9 now.
You sure to have
I've
one.
sung
Wow.
in
9.
9.
Did it say 9 on the bio? Because I heard I saw 8, but now you
that
added
was a few
one.
years ago. I added one.
Oh.
I added ancient Chinese.
Excuse me?
Okay.
You can sing ancient Chinese.
I
Or you talk
I
ancient
have.
Chinese. Are you fluent?
Speak.
No. Fluent means you speak, you converse.
Right.
No, don't get me started with that. But
You're a
I have
performer, though.
I've
Yeah, you
sung
can
in 9
rehearse and
languages,
sing, yeah.
and don't let me be hungry in another language because I will find a way.
That's what the action. Order Chinese food. In ancient Chinese.
No, not
That's
no,
like
because
ancient
then they wouldn't know what I was saying.
Exactly. Ancient
That's
Chinese.
real ignorant.
That's the closest to Sanskrit.
And you probably couldn't order Chinese food in China. If you asked for Chinese food, they would probably be like, what are you talking about?
We just have food.
You need food?
No, they like pictures. They like pictures in China a lot. I don't know about Beijing, but Shanghai, it's all about the pictures.
See?
Just like Japan.
We need
It's
to get
like,
culture, bro.
which one you want? Which one? Which one? You just point.
Okay.
And then they have it,
That's
and they
easy.
and they know. I mean, people travel. You know, half of the fashion that we wear is from there.
Mhm.
So most of the menus are in English and Chinese.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's vibrating.
I don't know.
She's the culprit.
I don't know.
So, what made you get into the singing? From I guess it must have been a roller skating
dancing.
accident. I guess it must have been a roller skating accident.
No. It wasn't. No.
Tried to spin around 8 times.
It was not.
On the 7th spin.
I could do that. I could do that.
So what got you into singing?
Because basically the roles that people were casting for, because I've done theater,
Yes.
theater and film, and TV and video. So the theater roles that people were asking for, you'd have a better chance if you knew how to carry a tune and dance. That's how that happened. That's how I worked with Lena Horne, because I could do both. That's how I worked Radio City Music Hall, because I could do both. So the theater is what made me really, and as a matter of fact, the teacher that I was sent to, again, my Broadway peeps, they sent me to the right teacher. My teacher had taught the Harlem Boys Choir. He was also an active opera teacher, and he had taught a couple of other people. He taught a lot of Broadway divas. That's who I studied with. And
so do you consider yourself a diva?
Well, to me, a diva is someone who, a devo is someone who is a specialist, you know? And so that's what I aspire to. I mean, why aspire to be mediocre? I mean, to me, that's what a diva and a devo is, a specialist.
They also define that as somebody that needs a lot.
But that's a slang thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, if you go back to the root of the words and where they came from and what they were used in, they were used in opera music. And when you look at it that way, but it's not just wanting something. It's also someone who demands attention.
Right.
You know, it's someone who demands your respect.
Of course.
It's someone who is, you know, listen, nobody talks about a diva who ain't worth it. Nobody.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody. If it's somebody who's just wearing the role and not pulling it up and not giving you what you're paying for and more, and not giving you what you... People pay for drama. They pay for perfectionists. They pay for spice and talent and je ne sais quoi. They pay for that. They want to see that. If they don't have that, they could just go on the street and watch people.
No, that's true.
So I mean, you can think of it in a negative turn or a slang way, but that's not the root of it. That's not what I think of it. And it's a fun thing to throw around.
Yeah.
But when you get down to the real meaning of it, it's somebody who's a specialist at what they do.
Being that you said that, I'm a devo. Give me my
There
age,
you
bro.
go.
You know what I mean?
There you go.
Word. So,
Fuck on you, Devo.
you know what I mean? So,
Why not?
So, what do you prefer, jazz or R&B?
Oh, that's tough.
Or any other musical. What is your preference?
Well, I'll just say it straight up. Without music, there is no life. There is no life without music. I mean, as a dancer, the reason I have a good jazz ear is because when you're dancing, you are always dancing to music.
Yeah.
Even if you're in ballet class, all ballet classes that I was in when I was growing up always had a piano player, a real piano player. We're not talking canned music. Real pianist, and when you did the combinations, the piano player would come up with a combination. The teacher didn't say, oh, play 2 bars of this. No, that was on the spot. The piano player was creating music for you to dance to. And when you got to Ailey, you had percussionists. You know, Baba Don, I know Baba Don from Ailey.
Okay.
You know, The Last Poets, Baba Don. I know him from Alvin Ailey classes. So you had real percussionists when you got to Ailey.
So being a performer that came up performing with live instrumentation and real percussionists and you know, pianists and drummers and things of that nature, how do you feel about nowadays? There are a lot of performers that have electronic accompaniment where it's not, you know, they throw a track on, they get out there and they just perform.
I think a lot of them, when they do their records, I think they realize some stuff, you know, they need electronic. I mean, you can't separate technology from art. You cannot do that. And for me, art has to be living and breathing, which means it's going to include whatever comes with you. You know, what came with me was my dancing. That's why when musicians work with me, it's like, look, if my hip is not moving, you ain't in the pocket. If I'm standing here stone still, y'all ain't doing it.
Music's up.
You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much,
So when you when you come forward and you create art, it's got to include what is in your surrounding for it to really be real.
Right.
I can't see them not doing that.
So do you like music now?
I love a lot of it,
Okay.
you know, but
Who do you
but
like?
it's people who incorporate all of those elements, you know.
What artists are you, you know, who do you like from the current time? Are there any people in this
They get your
crop
hip,
of
they get
artists?
your hips moving.
Get the hip moving.
Oh, a whole lot, because I'm a dancer.
Okay.
You know, a whole lot of them. I love the lyricists, the poets, the spoken word. I like when there is someone who is singing on a track, like for instance French Montana, that collaboration that he has,
Yes.
right?
Okay.
Okay. First of all, I already love the song
Yeah.
because I've sung South African music working with Harry Belafonte. I sung with Letumbulo. I sung in Zulu and Swahili and Matonga. That's the language that has the
Yeah.
clicking sound to it.
Click.
Right.
My name is
Yes. Hello. How are you doing?
My name is
That sounds ridiculous, but it is a clicking language, and I'm not gonna try to mispronounce the African words, but that just gives you an idea. It
Don't
clicks.
overclick.
Yeah. No. I was just telling you that's what it does that while you're speaking. So, but. You know, he has the African rhythms in the song. He
Yeah.
has the man who and I hate this. I can't remember his name. The singer that's on there with him. He's singing. His voice is melodic. It's pretty.
Oh,
and then
Swale.
yes, Swale, exactly. You know, and then French is doing his lyrics, and then you put that together with all his African dancers. I was just like, go! I was like screaming at the performances when I see him. And now he has a documentary about those children.
Mhm.
So you know that. See, to me, that's full circle.
Yeah.
That's including everything, and you can pick a subject. You know,
I worked with the director who was actually out there. I worked with her in the film. She was actually pretty cool. She went over there to live over there to, you know, work with her, that's outstanding.
how can you not? You see what I mean? You got the technology. Otherwise, you couldn't travel like that.
Right.
See, if you had to go and get a big expensive camera, you couldn't do. So you can't separate that.
True.
But it also takes vision. It takes a good collaboration. You know, it can't be just one person saying I want this and that. Or if it is, the vision. In other words, artistry is point of view, point blank. Screenwriting class said, you know, writing is rewriting.
Right.
You know, but it's style that people are going to want to see from you. So anybody who's comfortable in their style. I mean, I love Cardi because.
You saying Cardi B?
Hello, because you know why? She's hilarious. She's hilarious. I mean, when you do theater, I love comedy.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? And when you study comedy, you go back for all the comedians, the male, the female, the Richard Pryors. You go into Curb Your Enthusiasm, Larry David. Larry David's he's so
that shows her
funny.
eye.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's different kinds of humor, but she is a comedian. Like, I love that.
You know what it is? I think because the fact that she's very honest.
Yeah, but that's what she mentioned. Larry David. It's the same
Right.
type of thing. There's a hilarity in honesty in our everyday lives. That's what's funny. These people come up with all of these outlandish, and sometimes you can't get them. But the things that happen to you every day, those things are hilarious.
They're hilarious. And the stuff, I mean, we've been doing this for years and years. Some of it's negative. You know, when you talk about where the dozens comes from, you know, that comes from slavery days. It's like, okay, this one gonna cost you $1,000, but all them dozen over there, which ain't worth this, will cost. That's not a good thing to be putting people down because in that tradition. But then when you come forward and you're making fun of things that everybody got an uncle, they eat up all the food, want to take 3 plates out with them. I mean, there's certain things in different cultures that everybody knows is true. That's why you see, it doesn't matter the genre. Film, TV, theater. That's why my big fat Greek wedding was such a big hit.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? It doesn't matter. The culture doesn't matter. The where you from doesn't matter. There are things that are tragic and comedic in every lifestyle, every culture.
So, gang, I'm sorry to cut you off, but let's switch it up. I want to ask you about your album, The Essentials.
Okay.
What was your mind frame in that one? Now my question is, there are some remakes I'm guessing on there. Are they?
Remakes?
Remakes, yeah. Like,
oh, you mean there's
renditions?
There's cover songs.
Right,
cover songs. Yeah,
right.
it's filled with cover songs. There's
Okay.
only one original.
Okay.
Which one is that?
Say La Baby.
because at first when I saw it, I'm like, it doesn't say "C'est la vie," it says "C'est la baby."
C'est la baby.
So that's probably one of my other favorite songs on the album. That one,
I wrote that one.
And My Baby Just
you wrote
Cares
it?
For Me.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, so you wrote it too?
Yeah, I wrote that one.
Nice. So what did you record the album?
Different places,
Okay.
but mostly California.
Gotcha.
But it was mastered here in New York.
Okay.
Mastered here in New York.
How long took you to make it?
It took a minute, at least 5 years, and then some demos I had that I was just kind of sitting on, not knowing whether I wanted to put them on the record. Mindset for this record was the fact that I've had all these blessings.
Yeah.
All these blessings. I've worked for all these people.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them are gone now. And I wanted to do a dedication and an homage to that part of my life and my life as an entertainer.
Nice.
Singing in those 9 languages is great. What's even greater is that I made a living doing this.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Impressive, yeah.
So this album was about paying an homage to all of the people who've hired me, trusted me, kept me employed where I didn't have to go get a day job, and all the artists that have taught me so much. They've taught me a lot. I worked with Les Paul for 7.5 years, and Lester would just talk to me between shows and after shows, and he said, it's really tough being a woman in this business, and then Leonard Feather gave me the 2 blues songs that I sing on the record. He gave them to me. He came to hear me sing, and I sang those songs, and he said, he stumped me real good. He was like, young lady, where'd you get that blues song that you were singing? I said, I saw Lena Horne singing it on YouTube. Right? Because I was scared of the blues. I was scared of the blues. But I saw Lena singing it, and I was like, Lena can sing the blues. I can sing the blues. So he comes to see me, and he says, where'd you get the tune? I told him. And he said, do you know who wrote it? And I went, He said, I did.
Me. That's how he is.
Exactly. Exactly.
So he gave you his blessing.
He gave me not only his blessing, he promised me a review. He worked for the LA Times. He promised me a review when I played a better venue.
Yeah.
This was kind of a little spot. But he came anyway. Somebody said, you got to go see this girl. And he came.
To the spot.
So he came, and then he mailed those 2 songs to me. That's why they're on there. So that's an homage and a gratitude for him to pass his music forward, because I knew once I learned how to sing those tunes and I got great response, I said I can do them, and I know he would be proud and happy.
So the album is a jazz album, right? But on "Say La Baby," right? To me, my opinion, it sounds like it could be a pop song.
Yeah, pop. Yeah,
Am I right?
and pop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
Are you going to play that song?
I did play it.
He did play it.
Yeah.
He played it after My Baby.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be saying what the song now. You said that was the song?
I did say that. No, actually, I didn't.
And you didn't, exactly.
But I'll play it again just so you can hear it.
Boys.
I'll listen to it,
You're
I'll
both
listen to it after. It's
sexy.
okay, yeah. I'll listen to it after.
That's what they say in the theater. You're both sexy. Stop fighting.
Who would you have wanted to work with if you could have?
Would I have wanted?
Or do you want
You
to
work with a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of great
But who
people.
who would you have, past or present, who would you have loved to have worked with?
Well, when you bring it forward in terms of entertaining, and I'd have to say, Michael Jackson or Prince. I'd have to say that.
Yeah.
But when you talk about paving the road in a time when women did not have an easy path, I would just sit there. I would just follow Billie Holiday.
Okay.
I would just follow Billie if she let me. And if she let me. She liked dogs, so I think we'd get along good.
She liked dogs?
Yeah, she liked pit bulls, matter of fact.
I know.
And yeah,
I don't like pit bulls.
But I mean, it's some really adorable pictures of her with the. I'm thinking she liked dogs. These pictures, she looks so happy.
Were they her dogs?
I guess so.
Lots of pictures.
I mean, they weren't on stage. They were in the house, like a house dress. Her or like a Dinah Washington. Again, if they would let me, because these girls, they were tough.
You were in love. What's love got to do with it, right?
Yeah.
Did you? Did you witness acting? No.
No. In the movie, it's Larry Fishburne.
Yeah.
Me and Larry did Cotton Club together.
I did see that.
So we did a scene together, and he was like, Sonya, and we just cut up so bad because we already knew each other. But sometimes you got to stick with the script.
Yeah.
So So, anyway, no, that was Mr. Fishburne, Larry.
So was it hard to be in the industry? Is it hard to be? Because you're still in the industry, so
Yeah.
is the music industry as hard as they say it is?
I would say everything's hard if you're going to really do it. I mean, if it's a hobby,
Right.
it's easy.
Yeah.
But if you're going to make a living, you're going to manage your estate, you're going to manage your intellectual properties, you're going to keep track of your, oh my gosh, social media, you're going to keep track of, now, people are saying, okay, if you're with ASCAP or you're with BMI or you with CSAC, it's a lot more complicated,
Yeah.
but it's also amazing because you got people who can do a record, they're not even in the same town.
Yeah.
Right.
I got producers hit me up on IG, yeah, I'm in Moscow. I'll send you some tracks, you record them, you can create anything you want, but to make a living with it, it's not an easy thing.
Awesome.
And it's also, when you think about the technology, it doesn't sleep. So even when I'm a voting Grammy member, and when I had my record on the ballot, I mean, it was like I was just sleeping in between sleeping. It was like people would hit me up all hours of the night because everybody's all over the world.
Right.
There's musicians and artists all over the world doing music. It's one of the art forms that you can actually do like that. I mean, if you're doing a collage or a painting, you can't do that same.
Right.
You got to actually be kind of somewhere with them. But with the music, you can do it. You can work with 5 people, in 5 different places. So again, it comes back to the technology is not going to do itself.
Correct.
I mean, what you're going to get, I mean, you turn on nothing's going to happen. You still have to have the vision. You have to have you have to have the geeks. You got to have the geeks in your squad. You got to. You can't just be like, oh, I see this and blah blah blah. No, it's got to be able to happen. Then once you create it, how are you going to get it out to the world? I had to upload my album to CD Baby. I had to upload it to the Grammy site. You have to learn how to do all this stuff. Nobody can do it for you unless you got enough money to pay them.
How long were you in that mindset though? Because a lot of the things that you spoke about managing your intellectual properties, about uploading your album, your digital downloads, and all of these sorts of things, these are things that are available to artists, and a lot of artists have no clue. So what set you in the mindset? Was it working around a lot of these people that you mentioned, the Les Pauls and the people that try to put you in the business mind side of the artistry? Because a lot of artists just want to make a song and then sit it off into the universe and then hope that, what put you in that mindset?
A single mom. I was hustling.
Oh, yeah.
I sold keychains, I babysat, I tutored, and I counted my own money, and I bought my first set of luggage. So, and then also I've been fortunate enough to do a lot of historic pieces. When you worked on Cotton Club, we did a lot of research on Cotton Club. When I did a play called Bessie's Blues, I saw the contract where Bessie got paid 25 cents a song. Okay. I'm looking at all the estates, the Presley estate, the Prince estate. What condition are these things in? What condition is it in when people pass away and nobody knows where their stuff is?
When you say estates, what do you mean?
Their estate, their intellectual properties.
Yeah.
Because that's what's worth
like
money.
when Prince passed away, all his music.
All his music.
I'm just saying it for people that don't know.
Oh yeah.
No. Their estates are, for instance, all the songs that Elvis Presley did. That's a part of his estate.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got a lot of people who've made songs amazingly famous. They don't own the songs at all. So I saw this and I studied this, and so some people call me a pack rat. I say, yeah, but all I got is my stuff, my stuff.
Hey.
I got all my contracts, all my this, all my that, because I said,
There's a shiesty out there.
well, it's just kind of like you also want to look at your own improvement.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows the cost of living goes one way and something else goes another. But being an artist is about the only thing you can do for like 30, 40 years or 20 years and be getting paid less. It's one of those, it's one of the few things. So it really is about what you are here for and what you want to put into the world. So as I said, if you're doing it as a hobby, it's easy.
Right.
But if it's something you really, really have to do, then you need to be able to make a living.
Yeah.
You need to be able to take care of yourself because there's too many musicians. You know, at the musicians union in LA and here in New York, too many musicians at the end, you know, they're throwing big get-togethers at the end to try to pay for their funeral. I don't, that makes me sad.
But that's why I asked you, because even
that makes me sad.
No matter how many times that these stories about people getting taken advantage of, they don't own the intellectual, the songs, they don't own the hits that they made. People are still right now signing crazy contracts that don't give them no control over anything. They're not putting aside any money. They're not, you know, you see all of these big videos and the money is being thrown everywhere, but a lot of people don't have that sense that you're talking about where, you know, I held on to my contracts and now for some reason, people are still not doing it. And I think that it's great that you had all that stuff in mind. Yeah, that's
I mean, I just was like, okay, anybody else gonna take care of me? My mother was like, you better learn how to take care of yourself. I mean, she put herself through school. It's called single mom. I mean, she put herself through school. She got, you know, what can I say to you? That's what made me kind of like, you know, get with the
dot your I's and cross your T's
reality.
Well, we have come to a
the
part of the show, which I don't know if you've listened to the show before. We have the Love Guru section.
Oh yeah.
So
in a sentimental mood,
you are in the hot seat. So are, you know.
You're not just gonna play one of my songs?
I am.
Oh,
I'll play it, and then
you gotta play in a sentimental mood.
We're gonna come back. Which one?
In a sentimental mood.
In a sentimental mood. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play that, right?
That's my R&B spin on Duke Ellington.
Yeah,
that's
what I say. So you covered. I haven't heard your album. That's great. I love that.
So we're gonna play that.
Or Best Come
back. We're gonna come back.
Either one.
And you're gonna be in the hot seat for the Love Group. We have
questions. He'll prepare you in the interim for what is about to proceed.
He's trying to stump me now.
I'm not gonna try something.
He will prepare you.
But these questions are, you know, what the fans want.
The fans.
Yes. So we'll be right back.
They put that on there? No. You're just making up stuff.
She's just making stuff.
It's just you. It's just you being nosy.
It ain't me.
Nah. He actually has people send questions.
He send me questions every week.
Yeah, the love.
But did they? I didn't see one thing that said I was gonna be here. So how they know who's gonna be here? They don't care. They just nosy.
They just said to the show.
I saw you put up with a what's it called?
Oh, because they know you nervous.
Yeah, I did put up for
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I'll ask.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Because they usually ask me the question.
So this true fans.
There you go.
They be like, oh, he'll do it. He'll do it.
But these are not. I looked them over. They're not that outrageous.
I'm gonna say, well, I don't have to answer.
There you go.
Heller. Into the O. Next.
I don't want to answer that. You paying everybody. Love Guru is gonna be wild.
You know what? See, that's the whole thing about it. Like I'm good with all of this because it's like that's the kind of musician I am. It's like I go with the flow, but I know how to.
I'm surprised that you didn't. I'm surprised you didn't say that. You know, you're still in a good mindset about the industry. So the industry has obviously not been that bad for you. And you haven't run into like terrible people.
Of course you do, but what?
Right.
Half of them are gone now.
Like that old Harvey Weinstein thing. That old Harvey Weinstein thing.
Some is gone now.
Yeah.
Some of the people that kicked me in the butt are gone now. So
some people have had a crazy experience.
No, in the industry, yeah. Of course. Yeah. If you in it long enough, you're going to meet. Yeah. How come you're not going to? Right. It's a very shiny business. Yeah. It's a very shiny, when you say people keep doing it, because it's like when you start to get some amount of success, some amount of attention, you see it goes with the business. So if you don't have people near you who can kind of say, "Oh, you roll on that one,"
and that's
go get an. I mean, I've gone to get attorneys on contracts that I obviously knew were not correct, but people said, "Go get an attorney because they'll know better than you." And the attorney would look at me and say the same thing I already thought.
Yeah.
So it's like, but you know what? I did my due diligence.
Oh yeah. But some people, they take that, like you said, it's a shiny industry.
Well, and
once they see the shine, they just be off, and they're not thinking about common sense says you need to make sure that you got certain interests that are taken care of, and people are they off with the shine. Wherever the shine take them, and then at the end, once the shine dies down, they left.
And then see, that's when they start to learn.
They left with who knows what. Yeah, they left like, what happened to me? Where am I?
you know, that's everybody's life. We all make decisions that can end up being mistakes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like getting married to the wrong person.
Huh?
Like getting married to the wrong person.
You had the wrong friends.
Yeah.
You think they're friends, they're not.
Make decisions every day.
Yeah.
You know, they're not.
They can
as long
be-
as you're in this, as long as y'all doing the same thing every day in the same group every day, they're your friend. But the minute you want to do something different, you don't fit the, and then they're not anymore.
Yep. You gotta have real friends.
But I mean, but
Good thing I have a
that's
close set
life.
of friends that I
That's
know for
life,
years.
though.
Yeah.
That's life.
Yeah.
I don't. You know, I'm doing what I really love to do, and I meet so many incredible people. And sometimes people are only in my life for as long as that gig. So I can't.
You're
I
cool
don't.
with
that.
Yeah, I don't have any kind of regrets about hanging on.
You have a
or whatever.
cool outlook on things. A lot of people get caught up in a lot of.
It can be
I think the
lonely,
same
but
way.
that's the way it is. I mean,
You chose it, so you're gonna. You gotta.
I get a lot of. There's nothing like being in another country. You do not speak the language, and you perform, and these people come and give you hugs, and they. I've had people give me diamond rings. I've had people stay
What country
in
was that in?
contact
Because I
with
want to plan a vacation. Diamond
And
ring
then what you
country.
gonna do?
Hook me up.
We have a show over there.
Word.
We accept diamond rings.
We heard that.
I'm just saying that's the extent of
Yeah.
their appreciation,
No, I understand.
and then also
I'll be able to see, I'll be able to see.
doing this. I'm singing and see the American culture. If I wasn't born in this country, I wouldn't have the benefit of this. This
You know what's
music
funny?
goes everywhere.
You know what's funny? 50 Cent said, America makes people.
Yeah.
I think that's the main.
You go somewhere
Yeah.
else, and from what you have
Right.
here, you can.
People always want to break into the U.S., but we can always. Yeah. That's
I'm never afraid that I'm not gonna have a place to sleep
right.
because of what I do. That's a heck of a confidence
Yeah.
for a female,
Yeah.
a brown female,
Yeah.
like in the world. That's a big confidence. And I wouldn't have that if I didn't do this.
Yeah.
And it's the music in particular. As an actor, I don't know if I would have the same experiences because I'd have to do the languages.
Makes sense.
And American music, people love American music.
Yeah. They know every word. They can't speak the language.
They love the music.
They'll know every word.
They know the words that we don't know.
Yeah.
Because I wait for the chorus. I'm like, cash rules everything. Yeah.
I was in China when James Brown passed away, and it was a jazz club, highfalutin jazz club. You know, cigars, the whole 9 yards, 360 degrees across from. You know, when you see the skyline for Shanghai, you see that needle. I was looking at that needle every night.
Okay.
And the night he died, I was like, "Come on, y'all, we're gonna have to do I Feel Good."
Mm-hmm.
And they started dancing. They heard it and it was like, "Yeah, James Brown. Yeah, they know our music.
Do you
They
find,
know our artists."
and I'll ask you this on the air too, do you find that outside of America they have a bigger appreciation for like our music and like a lot of the things that we create here? It seems like people appreciate
Of
it
course.
more.
That's why I've been going over there.
That's crazy,
That's
though.
why many of us have moved over there.
That's crazy.
Many of the jazz people moved over there.
Yeah, it's like why do we do that here? And they purposely make it like that where they always, I don't know if it's because the system wants to keep control, so they want to keep changing what's great, so they disrespect our arts and things that are in other places love this stuff.
You saying America sucks?
Nah, I love America. America's great, man. Yeah.
So we have one more question. Well, he has another question he's going to ask you, but I have one question. So,
Yes, sir.
did you watch La La Land?
Yes, of course. I had to vote for it.
Do you feel that created a resurgence in love and jazz music? That's what they said.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. But you know, there are some young kids who don't want nothing but Count Basie, you know, and they just come here with that, you know. But the kids who don't, who only listen to pop radio and what their other friends are listening to, may have had an interest. But again, it goes back to because he actually was playing it was live music.
Gotcha.
It wasn't, you know, it was actually live. It looked like, okay, this is what a live jazz musician does. It was a whole ambiance of it and the stylization of the film.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Did you have one last question?
Yeah. I wanted to ask, do you feel like since you performed abroad, you performed in a lot of different places all around the world, do you feel like they have a greater appreciation abroad for a lot of the art and music and things of that nature that we make here in America?
No doubt. That's how I get like wonderful contracts. Yeah.
Why do you think that is? What do you think
With
is the
visas
reason?
and plane tickets and, you know, villas and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
What do you think is the reasoning behind it, though?
Because our music is amazing. It's honest. It is organic, you know, and it includes every culture.
Yeah.
You know, the drums. It comes from slavery, the slave songs, the prison songs, the country songs, the guitar. Chinese people in general love anything that has to do with strings, so they love guitars. So everything that we do includes every culture. So it's and we have those Hall of Fame songs. Everyone knows them.
Can't be wrong. Can't go wrong with those.
No, you cannot.
All right.
Now, segue. And what else you can't go wrong with? The Love Guru session.
So, Sonya, we're going to ask you a few questions.
Yes, sir.
You can choose to answer them or not.
Si, senor.
But you will get crucified if you don't. I'm just joking.
People will find you and hit you with pies.
So the first question, right?
Good luck.
My ex treated me like crap when we were together. And now that I'm seeing someone else, she leaves a lot of nice messages on my voicemail. Should I give her another chance?
I know from where I come from, they say you slow, you blow.
No, that's true.
Keep it moving.
That's what I said. If she's your ex, keep it moving.
People that are your ex are usually your ex for a reason.
Yeah, a good reason.
Yeah.
Because they suck.
Oh, no.
Terribly.
All right, so, man, this is a tough one. All right, you can choose to answer, but we will answer if you don't. So,
Okay.
I love my girl, but ever since we did a threesome, I feel she's too freaky to be my wife. How should I handle this?
Who initiated the daggone thing?
Exactly.
I mean, come on now.
Like, if
Tell
you
us
would-
the whole truth.
Right, if you initiated
You
that
open the
joint,
can of worms, and then now you're mad because it's worms inside.
you should
Yeah.
never
They said worms
present
on
that.
Yeah, you the one with the problem. If you initiated it, you the one with the problem,
So
not her.
He wants to put his girl on the pedestal. That's the problem. When you put your girl on the pedestal and then you expect her not to be a certain way, you feel like that.
I don't know. That it sounds to me like, well, who initiated it?
That's right.
I mean, if you don't have that answer, then you
So
don't.
she should have married him anyway.
Married him. Now we into the marriage.
That's what he said.
said
I guess they must be planning marriage
I feel she is too freaky
to be my wife.
wifey.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I don't think that question.
Who's
is
that
very
question come from?
forthcoming.
Foolish? Because
From foolish.
just like
It's called-
You're an idiot.
you open the can of worms that said worms on the can, and then when you saw the worms inside, you said, "Oh my God, worms!" Foolish.
Yeah.
So
Open the worms.
the person who said this question, you're an idiot. But we love you anyway.
Yeah, we love you. Stay tuned into the show.
Keep them coming.
Foolish.
So another question: should a man or woman be head of household? Like, I don't know.
Excuse me, if y'all in the same damn house, you both head of the household. When one's
Hey.
down, the other one's got to carry on.
There you go.
I mean, y'all both got to be able to do it.
Yeah.
So you're saying
Unless somebody has a control issue, right? If there's somebody who's kind of a control freak and someone who likes to follow, that's all fine and good until the control freak is sick or something and can't do it. Then what happens? The
Then
whole
everything
thing goes
falls
down the
apart.
drain.
There you go.
Okay, so basically
what
you're
if
both head of
what
the
if you're
household.
both control freaks, right? Should you fake it? And be
How
like,
did
you know
y'all
what, you
get
can have it.
together?
Exactly.
How did y'all? What were y'all? Which one of y'all was pretending not to be? Which one of y'all had the mask on?
If you pretended in the beginning, then you got to keep pretending.
That's it.
You know, people lie when they first get.
Oh, yeah.
All I'm
but you
saying
gotta keep
is,
lying.
when you break it down, if you're both living in the same household, you are both the head of the household.
Yeah.
You know, the one is at work, some crazy mess goes down. The other one's got to have the authority and the good sense to fix it if something goes down. I mean, you just gotta.
Gotcha.
You're both the head of the household. I don't care what you want to pretend like. You can wear the sign, but the reality is that you're both.
What the hell is it? All right. This is the next question. This question is crazy. So,
pass. No.
Do you have any advice that will help me get a cougar? Yeah, he's kind of
Okay, first of all, what does he think a cougar is exactly?
I don't know.
The phone lines are coming soon. Right now we have to assume.
We have to assume.
Are we going by the standard term of cougar?
Standard term, yes.
Well, first of all, you can
Not
try.
a cat.
First of all, you can.
Older woman that's into young guys.
First of all, you can go for them all you want. You may end up getting got instead of you getting what you think you're going to get. That's all I got to say. Because if they're older, they have more experience.
Yeah. To get
he might want to get
all I'm saying is you might get what you asked for, and you might be sorry.
Play at your own risk, sir.
You might get just what you asked for.
He might get got.
And he messed up one time. Scratch.
All right. I feel lonelier in my relationship now than I did when I was single, but I need the security of relationship. Should I stay or should I go?
No, you don't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to skip you.
You're
you're supposed to be answering these first.
What was it?
He goes, I feel lonelier in my relationship now than I did when I was single, but I need the security of a relationship. Should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go?
That just sounds like somebody who don't know what the hell they talking about. And you know what?
That opinion is not agreed with the station.
I'm just like, what you talking about?
Radio doesn't.
So what you talking about? Is it the same person?
No.
The same one that the other question, right?
We need details. Is it the same person?
The same person.
Okay, so when you was with him when y'all was single, did y'all live in the same spot? Were you in two different spots?
All of a sudden, it's a different person.
Well, yeah. Is it now that y'all do different things? Or now you ain't working, they are working? What is it? Like, why are you lonely?
I don't know.
Entertain yourself, child.
Get a Yorkie.
So we have 30 seconds before we go into overtime, but
Get a Yorkie.
I wanted to know where they can find you at.
Yes.
You can find me on Tidal. You can find me on Amazon.com. My website is www.SonyaHensley, SonyaHensley.com. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram.
Are you performing anywhere?
Yes, I will be at Jules Bistro the third Saturday in the month.
Nice.
I just did that, and so I'll be there in November, the third Saturday in the month at Jules Bistro. It's
Very nice.
Lower East Side.
Okay. Jules Bistro, Lower East Side on
It's on East 8th or
the date?
The third Saturday.
Third Saturday.
Yeah, the third Saturday, whatever that is.
Let me see. Give me a second.
The 8th, the 17th.
Say something. Oh, you got it?
18th.
I'm about to say you're making that up.
No, the 18th. The 11th is a Saturday.
I got
Let's
to
see. Yeah, it's actually the 18th. You're right. It's the
I'm good
18th.
like that, brother.
Fredo's good like that.
Yeah. Thank you
So
so
one
much.
last question
Yes,
before you
of
go. I'm in love with a man that I've never met in person who is engaged. How do I get over him and move on since we can't be together? Jesus Christ.
Well, if you're in love with him and you've never met him, I don't know how that's possible unless you're just looking at his pictures. Unless he's texting you or calling you. You gotta, well, if it's a catfish, it's even worse. They don't even exist.
It's not the same guy.
They don't even exist.
It's probably some dude. I don't know.
You know what? Child, move on. Life is too short.
Yeah,
In
move on.
love with a person that they've never met.
Who is engaged?
Who is engaged?
Yes.
Sounds like drama.
Mad drama.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get hurt because
Give me that.
Unless they like drama. There's plenty of other people.
Come
Why'd you
on,
get 5 at the
son.
same time? I don't know.
So Sonya, I wanna thank you for coming. We really appreciate you coming to
Yeah.
the show. I know it took a while to get
You've been
here,
great.
And we had some date conflicts, but I appreciate you hanging in there and staying and coming in. Appreciate it.
I know that's right. Oh my God, Brandon, I'm sorry, man. I'm doing it to myself.
All right.
So, whenever you want to come back and promote something, by all means, come on through. I know that's right. But thank you again. And,
Thank you.
we play your music, religiously here.
Oh.
She went for it with that was the character.
I got it.
Yeah, right.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Oh my God! So we're gonna head out with a song. You've Got a Friend.
All right.
Yes, from LITC Radio, the best show in the galaxy.
Number
on
one show on
Bebop
Bebop.
Radio.
That's right.
Number one show on Bebop.
And You Got a Friend from The Essentials. From
The Essential.
Sonya Hensley.
Without an S.
Good night, everybody. Next Friday. Get out of here.
Yes, where do you get these questions from, man?
Yo,
I'm in love with somebody that I've never seen, that I've never met.
The cool one.
How you know they engaged in?
What the hell is this?
How you know they engaged if you never seen them before?
They might have told him, like, I
Stalking
can't talk to you no more. I'm engaged.
But how did they never seen them, they said? They talking to him, but they never seen him? Maybe they never been chat.
I don't know, man. I get these questions.
You're over there. What are you talking
Okay.
about? What are you talking about? You stand there.
Okay.
Just take a picture of us. Like the long.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to be in the picture. She got to come stand over there, too.
We can take it outside.
She's persona non grata.
You didn't want to be.
Oh, yeah.
She doesn't-
I didn't. I thought you said you didn't want to be.
The
in the
lady
picture.
didn't want to be in the
Oh,
yeah.
no problem. I'm sorry. Okay.
Don't you want her to do the witch calling? We can take
Yeah.
pictures on the outside.
for you.
Okay.
We're gonna take a picture outside.
Yeah,
anyway.
because he wants you to do the promo.
I want to do.
Plus, you gotta do a drop. Oh, you want
You gotta do the promo.
Yeah.
The promo.
And then I didn't get you. And then I'll do one with because I'm putting some pictures together. Wait. I'm gonna put like a collage and stuff together, and I just wanted to get some inside the studio with your faces where you knew I was taking a picture, because I have enough where y'all are cute without knowing.
He wasn't taking no. Yeah, we didn't.